Hey, what's up? Hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we will be talking about Apollo.io and how you can use that to build your lead list and how you can set up an account, how you can set up the filters and export those leads to start sending your cold emails. So this is a complete tutorials about Apollo.io and let's get started. So first thing first, head over to apollo.io and this is their landing page. Click on the sign up for free and create a free account. So this is how the dashboard looks like. You have all these options here and you need to understand that Apollo is a B2B database and it is also a full scale CRM. So you can also send emails from here, you can make calls and you can track all those things here. You can even create like a pipeline. So it's a full scale CRM. But in our case, we will only use it for creating our B2B lead list. So these things are not useful to us, and let's get to the main point, is to finding the people. Here you have two tabs. One is to find companies and one is to find people. Now first I will just clear all the filters I have. So this is how it looks like. So here you have total leads, which is around 228 million. So before you start searching, first thing first, you have to understand that you need to know your ICP. What are the people you are targeting according to your business? Now, best way to find it is just to go to ChatGPT, tell it about your business, what do you do, what are the types of people you want to reach out to. Just tell him that you are creating a list from apollo.io and give me the filters, and just tell him about your business, tell him about the people you want to reach out and every single thing, and it will just give you an ICP. So that's the best thing if you're a newbie, and try those things. But yeah, we'll just go to all of these one by one. So list, we haven't created any list. So here first thing we have is email status. So there are two types, verified, unverified. Now verified doesn't means that it is completely verified. Verified means it was verified at some point. So you can click on that, but when you export that, make sure you verify all the leads. So we click on that, and then you have job titles here. So you can add CEO, owners. Now, one of the best thing about Apollo is when you type CEO, it automatically picks up Chief Executive Officer. But if you're using Sales Navigator or something, you have to write these things separately, like CEO, Chief Executive Officer. But in Apollo, you can just write CEO and automatically picks up the full form also. This is one of the cool thing. So yeah, here you can just put all job titles, and I have just put two. Also you can add some here that you want to exclude, because when you create your list there will be some people that are not supposed to be, like other titles, so you can just write it here and exclude them. So one of the features you have here is, which is new and beta, is like companies that look alike. So you can just add 4 or 5 companies here that you target, and it will just automatically find similar companies here. So this is one of the cool features. And then in location I would just put the United States. The best thing about Apollo is that you don't really need experience in that. It's a very simple dashboard. Anyone can just come up here and get the leads. Now then you also have the employee filter. So I would just choose this one just for example. Okay, now let's get to industries and keywords. So here you can just add the keywords about your industries and the name itself, like the industry. So if I choose here real estate, and then I go to advanced settings and I click here and add some of the keywords like that need to be come up. So if I say construction, companies that do constructions also, so it will just pull up all the companies that have tags, the real estate and constructions in them also. And then you have more advanced features like buying intent. This is new, but it's kind of like, I don't really use it, but it's like it can predict, but again it uses AI, so it's not that accurate, and also it's in the beta version. Then you have filters like technologies. Here you can just type in the software they use. For example, you can just put HubSpot and it will just filter out all the companies that are using it. Now the next is revenue. Now revenue thing I don't really trust a lot, because it's like they just use AI to predict it. If it's a public company you can maybe trust it because their data is online everywhere, how much they're making. But if it's a private company, they don't. So what's a better thing for you to do is to use employee headcount. If somebody says they have 20 employees, you can just predict how much they're making on your own and use that data to target these people rather than using the revenue thing, because this is completely AI predicted and your list will be better without it. Then you also have a new feature called funding. Now in this feature you can just get the companies that had the latest funding, like series A, series B, Now, this is very useful if you are targeting AI startups or any startup that has been funded recently. So you can just get that. There's another new filter called job posting, and you can just put your job title here, the location, and it will just only give you the companies that have recently posted some jobs related to those posts. All right, so let's quickly talk about find companies. So before I do that, let me just clear all the filters. Okay, so it is very similar to how find people are. The thing is, you find companies and then you use the same search and you use those companies and extract the peoples that work in it using the find people. So in the find people, you just get the people, but in the companies, you get all the companies, and then you have to use the find people to get the details of the employees that works in that company. So here we have similar filters, companies, then you have lookalikes, just like I told you. You just have to paste 4 or 5 companies here, and then it will automatically find similar ones. Then you got location, then you got employee count, the industry and keywords, just like we saw before. Any industry you can put in here, like advertisement and marketing. And then you want to find people who do specific things like SEO, run ads. You can just put that keyword and it will sort out all the companies from that. Then you also have buying intent. This is a new feature which is, I don't use it, but what it does is like it filters out people that are more likely to purchase from you. So yeah, and then you have website visitors. You have to connect your website with it, and then it will be just fine. It will track all the people that come to your website and find similar companies that would be interested to buy your product or services. Then you got technologies. So here you can just use the app name, all the software that you use, whether it's Google Front API, HubSpot, stuff like that. We just talked before, so it's similar. Then you got revenue, which is the same, and the funding, we talked about it. All the companies that recently got funded, like Apollo's, do the research about the data and they have lead list. They have all the database of the company that recently got funded, and you can just select the filters from here and get those companies. Then you got job posting. We talked about it again. All the companies that are recently posting jobs, so you can just put a title here and all the companies that are posting jobs related to that specific title, it will automatically come in your portal, right? And then you have scoring. So this thing is important. You can just create a system where all your leads will be scored on your criterias. So you can just find the people who are more likely to buy and engage with them, do your outreach. And then you got signals. Signals is basically like, it's again related to news things where you can just get data about the companies that are expanding, that have new partnerships. Something like these details you can use as an opener. So the person you're outreaching to knows that you are well known and they can just trust you. You can create like a good icebreaker. And then you have more filters like SIC codes. It's actually SIC codes are specific industry and work related codes, just like so you have SIC codes in USA and India, the same thing is called HSN codes. So it helps when you just file taxes, you can just put that code. Every code represent a service. Like if you're doing marketing and advertisement, you would have a specific code. If you're doing other services like real estate or development, you have other code. So you can just put that code here. So it will also find on the basis of that. And rest you have news, the companies that are in news related to it. Then also you can also set up sequences, workflows. This is related to outreach, but we don't use this platform for outreach, so we will not talk about it. And yeah, that's how pretty much it works. Once you find the companies here, you need to use that same search and use the details of those companies and find the decision makers who work in them and do your outreach. Now let me show you how you can export these. So if you come up here and you click on select custom, you can select custom and you can also select all. So I would just click on 10 and I would say select. Once you do that, you will have options to email. Now, again, we don't use this platform for sending emails or anything. We just use this for creating a list. So I'm just going to hit on export. So you have different options here. We will just simply export as CSV. We'll click on export. It will export and then we'll get an option to download. And we will download the file. And this is how it looks. So we got the details, we got the name, last name, title, company, email address, primary. whatever. And you got all the other details, where are they based in, their LinkedIn account, profile links and everything. So yeah, let's get back. So this is how you can use Apollo.io to build your lead list. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. You just have to come up here, put the filters, get that lead list. As you get the lead list, do not just start sending cold emails. Make sure you verify it. Now to export this, there are multiple ways. First is you can use this app. You can just export from the app. And second thing is using some third-party software. So I use Appify Apollo Scraper. So this way, so when you use Apollo, it works on a credit system, and if you scrape a big number of lists, it will cost you a lot. But what you can do is simply you can create these filters and just copy that URL, and then you can just come up to your Apollo scraper and you can just paste that URL when you sign up for this app, and you can just scrape these emails, and it only costs you 1.20, which is actually like 1.5, because it shows 1.2 here, but it's in real it's like 1.5 per thousand leads. $1.5 per thousand leads, it's not bad. So you can scrape unlimited leads from here. Just copy paste and get it done. Now once you do that, make sure you verify the leads, and for verifying you should use Million Verifier, which is best in class. It's the fastest and also the affordable. So you can use this, and once you do that, once you set up your filters, make sure you scrape it using Appify. Once you get the list, verify it using the Million Verifier. Once you do that, your lead list is good, and then you can just import in your instantly.ai and you can start sending emails. That's it. That's how it works. So this is a complete tutorial about how you can use apollo.io, create a lead list and start sending cold emails. If you need help sending cold emails, and if you are a business owner, you are a service provider or agency owner, and you want to get your first 3 clients and you need help with that, we can help you with that. You can just go to the link in the bio, the first link in the bio, and just click on that. And if you find this video useful, please make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.